How are we doing, people? Welcome. Do let me know if the audio goes on the fritz, does anything weird, doesn't play nice, anything like that. Do let me know. I'm hoping that it's friendly. Yeah, I've been gone for a bit. I apologize. I was let me turn this music down just a tad. Turn this up. There we go. Yeah, so I was away for a little bit. Not out of choice. I was very, very unwell. I had some pretty gnarly tonsillitis, and I had to get on some antibiotics for that, which took a while to recover. One thing that's been annoying this week is I haven't been able to work out this week because I'm still kind of recovering. But from Monday, I can get back into it, although I've got to ease my way into it, you know, not do anything crazy, but, you know, I'm eating healthy still, but like I want to get back into the gym, want to start doing stuff, so feeling a bit more like myself. So one of the things is I'm back doing the live streams. Yeah, so if you haven't noticed already, this is a live stream about our next short film, which is based on Fears to Fathom. Specifically, it's based on the Ironbark Lookout episode, which is my favorite personally. And essentially, we're going to create the crescendo of the game, but we're going to recreate it in Unreal Engine. And whereas the game is more of a 90s retro style, I want to explore, like, what would this look like if we made it look cinematic and realistic? You know, would it be more scary? Would it be less scary? You know, would that be interesting? Would people want to see that? So I don't know, just thought it'd be something to be fun to play around with. I personally think that visual style, that 90s style, is what makes it special. So I think it might lose a bit of the charm, but I think it will be like one of those just cool like things you can watch and go, oh, so I guess that's what it would look like if it was realistic graphics. But no one would actually want a realistic version of the game because the 90s retro kind of look is part of the charm, and in my opinion makes it scarier than if it was realistic. I find when the graphics are too good, I for some reason don't find it as scary. For some reason the Fears to Fathom games were more scary because of the graphics, which I thought was interesting. So yeah, we're just going to be basically jumping into that, exploring that. I do apologize, my camera is out of focus right now. I don't know what's happened. I can't control the focus. It's one of these crappy, I got it for like £10. It's like these terrible webcam, and it's only autofocus, and it won't focus on my face, no matter how hard I try. So we're kind of just stuck with me looking slightly blurry. So I apologize for that, guys. I'm hoping, I don't know, maybe down the line I can get a better webcam, but right now this one is gonna have to do, because depth of field, all of that, it's just not playing nice at all. But yeah, so we'll basically just be jumping right into that. If you haven't been a part of these live streams before, essentially I just work on these films and then you guys get to watch along. If you guys have any questions while I'm working on stuff, feel free to shoot them into the chat. If you are watching this post live, feel free to shoot them into the comments. And yeah, we're basically just going to dive into it. Today we're going to be working on the environment, so nothing insane. You know, obviously down the line we can start experimenting with things like mocap and also the Camtrack AR system that is built into Unreal Engine that will allow us to take our camera and essentially take our phone. We can literally take our phone and link it with Unreal Engine and use that as our camera, which should hopefully have this POV style feel a lot more realistic, because we're no longer going to be using just noise. It's going to actually have realistic jitters. It's going to have more organic movement. So I think it's going to be kind of fun to work on. I will stop rambling on. I mean, there's no one watching right now, but hey, I'm rambling to myself as per usual. So yeah, let me show my screen. So this is the section I want to do where you're woken up, you go outside. This light as well is going crazy. My everything's breaking. You know, just like everything just breaks at once. Like I do not have the money to be buying new stuff right now, so I really need stuff to not be breaking. So my light's breaking and my webcam is breaking. This is great. We're having a great time. But essentially, you're woken up. You're told by the guy in this tower, hey, there's a fight. You can kind of see the fog here. He goes, sorry, the smoke. And you're basically told, hey, listen, you need to check on this one. It's in your area. I'm too tired, whatever. So you go over to check it out. You zoom in. You go, what is this? What's going on? And then you see it, and it's some sort of weird cult that seems to be cooking someone or something. I'm not really sure. But you're like, whoa, what is that? And so you kind of panic and grab a camera to go and take a photo. So you then zoom in to take the photo. And when he takes the photo, he realizes that the flash was on by accident, and they all turn and look at him, and he drops it. He then zooms in again with the binoculars. I think he's going to do it. Yeah. And you see that now they're all gone. And then you see this torch. I mean, this isn't a great angle, but there is someone with a torch here coming after you. So you're like, oh no, okay. So you come in here, hide under the bed. Hiding under the bed. You have to stay quiet. Obviously, I can't incorporate that into mine because this is a short film. But the guy kind of comes in, kicks down the door, has a look around, tries to see if he can see you. Can't see you, and then leaves. And it kind of just continues from there where, I mean, the game continues where you come out, the guy notices you, and then you run away. But I'm going to have a little bit of a different ending just so I'm not completely ripping it off. And also so that we can keep it concise to that moment, which is what everyone kind of iconically recognizes. And look at that. We have the environment, because I have a theory that sorry, bad joke. Shut up, Sam. I have a theory that this whole game is just done in Unreal Engine. That's my theory, because there's a lot of things like this tower on this hill looks just like this one, and like even when you like come to it, like the steps are the same. These things that you lower in the game are the same. Like the bed is the same. This thing in the center is the same. You have your fridge and your oven and everything. Like there's so much here that's like this thing. Like there's so much here that convinces me that Fears to Fathom was made in Unreal Engine. I don't know too much about the development, but I think what they did is they used this asset, and then obviously this doesn't look exactly like the game, so they then probably did a ton of customization, right? But this is great for us because it means I can essentially just take this and rework it to match what we want for our look. So we've got this environment. An issue right now though is it's the day, and daytime is not scary. So yeah, it's even like positioning wise it's different. Like look, it's even the lake. Like the lake is here and everything. So my idea is they'll come out and perhaps we have it like there. Something like that, like over in that area. That's kind of my idea. But yeah, we're just going to work on the environment. We're just going to make the environment match more the vibe of what we've got going on in Fears to Fathom. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to fix the look. Right now, the look isn't really what we want. So we need to get rid of all of this. I mean, that looks pretty cool. It's pretty gloomy. But it's not the look we're going for. So we're going to get rid of all of this. And then we're going to come into our ultra dynamic sky, and we're going to get our ultra dynamic sky blueprint. Click, drag and drop. It's just going to compile it. It takes a second. There we go. All right. That's better. Now it is loading some stuff. This light is driving me crazy, man. Okay, it's loading some shaders right now, so we got to give it a second. But what we can do is change the time of day to something a bit more creepy. Something like that. Nice. Now it's quite bright. And I'm thinking maybe that's because it hasn't finished compiling shaders. That would be my guess. I'm gonna turn my light on. I'm sorry. This is ridiculous, mate. What is going on? What is happening? Whatever. Okay. Let's figure this out. Let's make this look a bit better. So let's up the fog quite substantially. Like that. A lot moodier. Nighttime is way too bright though right now. So something like that. No, that's okay. We'll leave that as that. Is this? It's just It's like I want some directional light, but I don't want anything too bright. That kind of works, but it's so bright. Why is it so bright? Is it the post-processing? Could be. Yeah, maybe. Could be the post-processing. Alright, let's play around with this then. Exposure. There is a exposure compensation. That looks alright. Let's turn on volumetrics. Volume. Oh, that's way better. Alright, hang on. I've got auto exposure turned on somewhere. Oh, I don't like how they changed this menu, man. Makes it so much harder. Okay, of course, my scene is way too dark, so that's... This isn't doing anything. What's... Why? Why isn't this doing anything? Okay. I don't understand what's going on here. It's annoying me. What is it loading? I don't understand what... Okay. Yeah. All right. Got kind of a rough thing now, so let's edit this lookout tower to... I mean, we'll work on the interior in a second. Okay. So these need to all be closed. Oh. Let's see. Alright. We'll get rid of the little things sticking out in a moment. But we got to get all of these windows down. And covered. Oh. Hey mate, how you doing? That wasn't a word. I just made a noise. I went, I meant to say, how you going? I need to get rid of this door. Because I need to be able to animate that. And if it's part of the blueprint, I can't animate it. Oh my days. I hit that all the time. Can you tell I'm out of practice? That's way better. I can actually see what the hell I'm doing now. I hate this light, man. It just keeps like flickering. I don't understand what's going on. It's not even my light. It was here when I moved in. I thought, oh, that would be great. I'll aim it at my wall. It will be a bounce light. But no, apparently that's too much to ask of a light. Come on now. All right. Yeah, that's better. So compile. Save all. Should hopefully be all lowered. But yeah, I think it's going to be a fun one. You know, the Outlast one has done well. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah, the Outlast one has done well. People are enjoying that. So yeah, just kind of working on this. These are just mini projects though. They're not meant to be anything crazy. And that's on purpose because, as I have announced now on all platforms, We Few Survivors 2, Part 2, We Few Survivors Part 2 is coming to the channel, which obviously is going to be pretty ambitious and difficult. So trying to balance it out where I can create these mini projects so that you guys aren't waiting 6 months in between each project, but also that they're not too difficult for me to do, so I can actually focus on the larger scale stuff, which is ultimately my passion and what I want to do. Why is this measuring in such a weird thing? What? 100 lumen? Why is it doing it like that? Okay. That's good. Yeah, okay. Kinda. Alright, we're gonna do some stuff in here because I need to come back to the outside because I don't really like how bright it is out there right now. So let's get rid of this typewriter. We can put that there. Maybe we put that there. Maybe this can go here. I need to make room for the computer because that is kind of iconic to the game. So actually, no. I don't like what I just did. We're going to do this instead. And then we're going to get a small light. That's way too bright. Bro, what? It's like going crazy. Maybe I should make this light flicker like mine is. Bloody useless. I know, I need to stop raging about it, but it's annoying. Cool. Yeah, looks cool. Let's add some volumetric scattering. So it's like there's a bit of fog in here, kind of like that. Yeah, okay. Let's bring where is it? Here it is. Is this it? Yes, it is. Okay. So we need come on. Then why is it so damn slow? Why is there two? Why is there two, man? Come on. Technology is not on my side today. Sorry. I'm like getting annoyed at it. It's struggling to do quite simple tasks for me. Okay. And then we need a keyboard. And we need a mouse. What? Where'd the keyboard go? Man, tech is really not playing nice today. Does not want to be my friend. Okay. This looks like the radio. This isn't really supposed to be here. Yeah, this isn't supposed to be here. I need to get rid of this. I remember from the game, there is a radio that you communicate with people on, so I need something that resembles a radio here. Otherwise, it's like there's key things that make it stand out as something that people will recognize from the franchise, and I need to get those right. If I don't get those right, then no one's gonna recognize what I'm doing. They're gonna be like, wait, what is this reference? And we want them to understand the reference. Like Steve Rogers. Okay. Okay, that now gives me... I'm gonna get rid of this. That makes sense to be there. That makes sense to be there. Then we can put this here. Wants to... Why is it struggling? I don't know what's happening. My PC is just really slow today. I'm not sure why. I mean, maybe it's just getting old. You know, I've had it for a while, so there is a good chance that it is just getting old. I'm trying to save up for parts currently because I'm aware of how this thing is getting older. I'm trying to, like, basically at the end of every month when I get my payday, I'm like Thanos, I'm collecting parts that I'm hoping I can, over time, add together, and then I can compile a new PC that is much more suited to what I'm doing. I mean, this PC is pretty suited to what I'm doing, but it's just struggling. I've had it since 2021-ish, so it's been a while. So it's really starting to show its age. Okay, that's better. I'm trying to remember if there was anything else. I mean, I literally have the video open. Why don't I just do this? Okay. Yeah, I mean, books are there. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. So maybe I just do some generic decorations and see. See what I can get it looking like. Let's just put some generic stuff that you would find. Some tools, maybe some floppy disks, some cassette tapes. That would make sense. You might not even really see this area in the final thing, but even if you catch it for a glimpse, I want it to blend in with the rest of the environment. I don't want it to stand out and you go, well, that area looks a bit out of place. That's the last thing you want as a designer when it comes to environments, is people saying that a certain spot looks out of place, looks artificial. You want to avoid that artificial feel as much as possible. So I like to, I know, I mean, you could even like look at your own desk, see what kind of things are sitting on it, or maybe you at your workplace or at school or something, you know, just observe, be like, oh, okay, so people tend to have these type of things laying around, and you can try and bring that to your scene. Why is this taking so long? Come on, it's a simple thing. Sorry, I just don't have the patience for this right now. It's like weirdly struggling to load singular assets. I don't know why. This over here. Okay, that's looking better. This area still feels a bit bare. I mean, that's normal. Like, if you're sitting somewhere, it's normal for a radius of where your arms would be to be kind of clean-ish, and then the outskirts is where you've kind of just pushed all your stuff to. But you need that stuff there. So I think I need to have something to kind of balance it here and here. So let's have a look. What kind of stuff have we got? Have we got a mug here? We do have a mug, but I don't like the color. We certainly have a soda can or two. I feel like that is quite appropriate for someone who has to be awake at night checking for fires. I'm sure they would have that kind of stuff laying around. Could even have some, yeah, could actually. Could have some dirty plates even. It would kind of make sense, right? Like, if you think about it. For a desk this big, you'd eat here, maybe watch something on here, and then, because you're lazy, you put it over here. So that kind of works. Yeah, let's go with that. And what kind of psychopath eats pizza with a fork? Well, this guy does. He has the radio, so he doesn't need to have a phone. I feel like a phone would be kind of unnecessary, so let's not worry about a phone. Yeah, let's not worry about that. Let's think. Can I have some post-it notes? We got post-it notes. I have pamphlets. I feel like I've seen post-it notes in this assets group before. Post-it note, post-it note, post-it note. Oh, actually, stack of CDs is not a bad shout. I'd definitely have a stack of CD. I can't do any work without music or noise in the background, like dead silence while doing work. That sucks. I like to vibe, I like to listen to some tunes. Oh, actually, a headset would be kind of cool as well. I just don't want it to feel over cluttered, but then maybe that's the feel, you know? Maybe we go for the over cluttered look, you know, embrace it. Actually, you know what? We don't need the cutlery. This guy's not that crazy. He's crazy, but he's not that crazy. He's gonna have cutlery with his bloody pizza. Only crazy people do that. I feel like I've seen post-it. Post. Am I going crazy? Because there's a demo map that I've used before, and it had alright, I guess we're no post-its. No post-its, guys. No post-its. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty happy with that. Okay. So the idea is you'll hide under here. I mean, I now understand why in the game there's just like a crossfade and then you're suddenly under here, because no human being is fitting under here. I know I'm not. I'm wide. I am not fitting down under there, mate. There is no way, no planet where that is happening. But yeah, that's feeling good. I'm happy with how that feels. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much else. Look, even the furnaces here, yeah, they definitely used this and then just optimized it for their scene. There's too many assets in here that are just like the ones in the game. There's no way they didn't use this, in my opinion. But yeah, it's very cool. I like that. All right. I mean, I don't blame them. I would have done the same. So let's try and figure this out, because I'm not all that happy with the lighting. That's my main issue right now. The lighting is not good. I don't like it. It feels flat, doesn't feel very dynamic. I think what happens if I just kill the clouds? Like this is the normal. And I'm like, this is awful. I don't like this. I need like a lot more. And then cloud coverage needs to be upped as well. That's better. But the other issue is it's too bright, guys. It's way too bright. Like, maybe it's the moon. Maybe I need to change some stuff about the moon. Page updated this? I'm like, I can't find any of the settings I usually use. Moonlight intensity. Okay, that's doing this light, man, is driving me insane. Let's just drop this then. It's still so bright. Like, these, I don't want to see these. Can I just delete them? I'm just gonna get rid of them. I don't like the mountains. We're not in the mountains. And they're too bright, man. They ruin it. That's better. Okay. Yeah, it's a step in the right direction. It's less in your face now. What's going on over here? These trees floating? No, they're not. It's just the sky. It's just so bright. I don't understand why it's so bright. I don't like it. It doesn't work. Let's just scroll through and just find settings that I think could possibly fix this. That's not what I want. What I want is, yeah, something more like that. That's better. That's better. Feels a bit more dark and mysterious. Maybe I want it. Yeah, that actually looks a lot nicer now. Okay, so let's go over here, because this is where our crazy people are. Have you tried the Easy Tool Bag from William Fauché? No, I haven't yet. I can't really afford it right now. But I have seen, and it looked very cool. It looked very, very useful. So once I can afford it, I will most likely be getting it, because it looks very, very convenient. It looks very cool. Have you tried it out? I'm so awkward. I'm sorry. I haven't, like, it's been 2 weeks and I'm like lost my ability to talk to humans. I'm sorry. Yes, I've heard of it. Have you tried it out? I'm curious. I'm so awkward. go into landscape mode. We need to flatten this area out a little more. Save this first before we do anything. Oh, so I can flatten this out. Oh, but it won't let me... Oh, interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. So I need to... Is it this specifically? There we go. That's what I want. Oh, okay. I seem to be breaking stuff. I don't really want to risk that. So never mind. I need a flat area though, because they're like. Okay, I think I can do it here. Yeah, that's better. That's cool. And it can happen. That's right. Okay. Foliage, maybe? Doing anything. Okay. That does something. That did a lot of things. Okay. Just like trying to understand how this map works. Alright, man. Whatever. Right. We'll have it happen here. Let's see. Have we got it? No, that's fine. So we're going to add features. We're going to add our starter content because we need the fire. Because the goal is to get the environment done. And then in the next one, we can start figuring out what it is we want to do with like animation of characters, designing the members of the cult, things like that. Okay. Nice. Great. Kind of does the job. Obviously, I'm just putting it there as placeholder currently, so that we get an idea. What it will look like further away. Okay. All right. Let's now. What we got to do? It's the actual fireplace. Campfire's not going to cut it. Is there anything at all? Any logs? Any logs? No, not playing the game. Making an animation of the game. Yeah, we're going to recreate a section of it in animation. So, okay, there doesn't seem to be any wood that is what we need, so I'm going to have to get some from Fab. Logs, good. It's a pretty good one. Yeah, it's pretty good. That's another one. Pretty good. That's another one. Pretty good. And I think that will do it. Don't think we're going to need much more. Because if I remember correctly, when you zoom in and see it, yeah, it's kind of just laid up against. Yeah, that makes sense. So we just one in the ground, one in the ground, one in the ground, one in the ground. Stacks of them up next to each other, and then these like little candles, I guess. Candles, torches, something like that. So we'll try to recreate that here. Although again, it's like I don't know why it won't let me remove. Oh my days. Whoa! Frame rate drop. We're gonna get a crash. I don't know why my PC is struggling today. It's just not having a good day. Look at me. Look at my frame rate. I am in 2 frames per second universe. Loved your Real Steel and Last of Us short films. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you enjoyed them. You know, always trying to improve. So excited to start working on We Few Survivors Part 2. If you guys have any questions about We Few Survivors Part 2, if you go onto posts, I posted something saying that I want to do a Q&A about We Few Survivors Part 2. So if there's any questions that you guys have that you would like to shoot my way, leave them in the comments there, and I'll answer them in a video where I'm going to talk about it more in depth. I'm just currently in the process of trying to get a setup for shooting videos, because currently my setup has just been here, but it's not a very nice backdrop. You know, my desk, my TV, which is like 20-year-old TV, not literally 20s, but I'd say more like 15-year-old TV. It's old. Window that's just blown out white, walls that are just white. It's not a very pretty background, not pretty lighting. So I'm trying to figure something out in this area right next to my door to my room. I'm trying to figure something out with lighting that will look a little prettier, a little bit more studio-like, where I'm going to shoot the Q&A and then possibly some other videos where I talk about subjects that interest me about the filmmaking world and visual effects, and see what people think. Yeah. Okay, once it finishes importing these, we can set up the fireplace. And then we can, I think we need to add the door to the lookout tower, because it was originally part of the blueprint, and when it's part of the blueprint, you can't animate it. I know that probably didn't make any sense. Anyway. Great, look at that. Amazing. Okay, so what is it colliding with? Why is it doing that? I'm here, mate. So annoying. I'm just bitching and complaining all day, aren't I? I'm not in a good mood today. I don't know why. Sorry. I apologize. Okay, that's literally not what... Oh, really? Okay. Okay. Let's go back. Okay, so they need to be a little shorter. They're a little long. Just trying to randomize positioning. Not that it will be all that visible, but I like to be thorough. Okay, that's kind of like it, although let's deselect. deselect these. Make these a little shorter. Bring these up. And then duplicate, shift over, shift down, and rotate 180 degrees. Looks way too perfect, so we're gonna randomly pick ones and lower them. Turn that off. Turn that on. Yeah, gets the point. Gets the point across. Gets the point across. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Imagine like someone I mean, we'll in the next stream when we do like more of the character design stuff, we'll like put someone in there and people standing around, stuff like that. So source radius. This is not orange enough. Cool. Looks pretty nice. Let's Is it these guys or no, it's not. It's their materials that we need to fix. There's a lot of objects inside of Unreal Engine are initially loaded with single-sided materials for performance. But the issue is then sometimes when you have a light inside of an object, you get these weird shadows, these weird half shadows, and it's because the outside is casting shadow, but the inside isn't, and it can it can look weird. So we want to avoid that with this. So that's why I did what I could there. What happens if I? Oh, I can actually. Oh, nice, awesome. Well, then what we'll do is go into unlit mode and just pick every other flame. That's great. I can actually control so 180. That should look a lot more. Yeah, that looks better. Makes more sense. Okay. Looks better. Nice. Happy with that. Cool. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Yeah, let's do some stuff in post-processing. It's just a little final thing. I won't do the dirt mask in here. I'll do that once I render. What is this doing? Oh, you are getting some vignette. I might up that a little more. Temperature. Cooling it down. They are. No, they're warming it up. Are they warming it? Oh no, they are cooling it. Yeah, that's fine. I want that. Slope. No. Let's find where this meshes. Door. Do we have a door? Front door? We do have a front door. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Awesome. Pretty awful. Okay. Almost there. Is that... Oh, have I got it the wrong way round? Is that why... Yeah, that makes more sense. That does make more sense. Being a dum-dum. Okay, so we have our cult environment off in the distance. Got the fire, we've got the tent, although actually let's change the material. Drop the saturation. Better. That's more like in the game. Yes, applied. We've got our tent. Got the fireplace that they'll all be standing around. We've got our interior of our place with the radio now and the computer. Place will be high. The lights are all set up. There, see it. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, awesome. Well, that's all done. Amazing. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's everything I wanted to do in this live stream. I know it was a shorter one, but I'm still kind of taking it slow, trying to not push myself because I'm still recovering from this illness. I just can feel it, man. You know what I mean? Like I just don't feel energized. And I haven't been sleeping great either, which has been kind of annoying. So, it's part of it, innit? But yeah, thank you guys. I know there wasn't as many people this time around, but I get that. You know, I was away for 2 weeks because of illness and all that. So I get it, you know. It makes sense for a bit of a drop off there. But I hope to be able to see more of you guys next Saturday, where we can start exploring other elements, designing some characters. Yeah, just like trying to complete this look for all the characters, and then don't get got, bro. Sorry I dropped in last minute. No, you're all good, don't worry. Howdy, man. Lookout Tower is an amazing scene. Loving what you're doing. Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate it. It's a very cool, it is an amazing scene. So I'm pretty excited to continue building this little short animated film. That's basically the environment now done. So next stream, next Saturday, I will be working on the characters, and then we will then, in the next one after that, we will then start exploring that not new, but the Camtrack AR system that allows you to essentially take your phone and use it as a camera inside of Unreal Engine and really get that realistic camera shake that the Outlast one that I just released doesn't have, right? It's all the camera shake is done through noise. This time around, we're going to get some actual performing in that camera and make it really feel intense and scary and cool. So I'm pretty excited for that. If you enjoyed the live stream, consider liking. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. We just hit 18k, which is very very exciting. You know, on our way to 20k, which is so awesome and so humbling that many people enjoy my content enough to subscribe. So, you know, the dream is that one day this can be my full-time job and I can just constantly be making films and movies and storytelling through films and movies and animation for you guys. That's the dream right now. So hopefully as this channel grows, I can take that leap. So I really appreciate all of your support. Thank you anyone and everyone that took time to pop in, even if it was just for 5 minutes. I appreciate it. And yeah, I guess until next Saturday, where we'll be doing the characters. In a bit, lads.